10 and 10, right?
Yeah.
Ms. Gilchrist will hold up a 5-minute warning and a 1-minute warning.
Okay.
And if we go over that, that's okay a little bit. But
all right.
Are we okay? All right, guys. When you're ready.
All right. My name is Goutham, and this is
Matt Dyer.
Yes, Matt Dyer. Yes, I thought we were doing this whole. I don't know. Right. This is our IB presentation. Basically, the 3 questions we're going to be answering is, how does the IB Diploma program help you in increasing complexities of the world's problems? What disciplines seem exponentially, or is it no, especially pertinent to you? And how has the IB Diploma program prepared you to engage with the worlds beyond Bedford High School, or Bedford New Hampshire? So, a little bit about me. Everyone's been using this photo on their slides, so, but I like it, personally. So, I am a pretty reserved, gentle, and caring. Personalities about me, I'm pretty respectful. I'm a workaholic, surprisingly. And I have an excellent canny memory for details. I just love looking to facts and history books and stuff like that. I'm just one of those factual people who are like, hey, did you know about this? Did you know about this? I'm also kind of funny and random. You'll start to see that in this presentation, believe me, at the very end. It's something special. So, theory of knowledge. How has the TOK class shaped my experience? Well, one thing that I've noticed after completing this TOK process is that it's actually allowed me to become a versatile thinker. And what I mean by this is, back then, before I joined TOK, I was kind of like this one argumentative, one perspective only in order to fail through these assignments and stuff like that. I only thought of it as one thing. But with TOK, it has kind of opened my mind to multiple perspectives and multiple ways of thinking, which I really appreciate. And in some cases, it makes you kind of prepared for world things, and makes you prepared for multiple classes and world problems, and you embrace the world as its own. And it also gives you a better sense of, things that gives you a better sense of, how to approach things and whatnot. Meaningful discussions. So a lot of people talk about absolute truth. But one thing that I found interesting to me personally that resonated with me, unfortunately there were only 5 people there at the time for some reason, maybe a field trip, was we talked about swear words. Now, I know this can sound kind of inappropriate, but bear with me. So, I remember one time during Halloween, and I was giving children candy, right? But then one person accidentally tripped over the stairs. He's okay, by the way. He's fine. But he landed in grass. So, but he said, he expressed a meaning of pain, but instead of saying the F word, he said mother trucker. Now, that's actually, yeah, I know. But the weird thing is that, his expression of pain was actually a different meaning for me. It was kind of funny, right? You guys are laughing right now. And so, I find this interesting to me because when people, I say, ban works of literature or works of media just because they have, bad, inappropriate words, right? It kind of ruins, or not necessarily ruins, but it kind of changes the author's meaning and message. And I think it's very interesting to think about in terms of a literature and media sense. And I just found it interesting. It resonated with me because I never really thought of it that way. Because back then I was originally someone who was yeah, I don't want to be involved with this inappropriateness or swear words or nothing at all. I'm a good kid personally. But when knowing about all this art and literature and stuff like that, and knowing about different meanings, it just felt interesting, and I resonated with it personally. And I think it's very interesting to talk about the different circumstances. So extended essay. I focused on film and visual arts with Ms. Pearson and Mr. Pingree helping me out in the background. My EQ, it's a pretty long one, but I'm just going to sum it up to you. Basically, the progression of the technology of CGI and technology during the 90s and how it has progressed today and how it has revolutionized the film medium to help the director's illusion of this film. So you can actually kind of resonate this with today's media with movies like Jurassic World coming out and The Avengers and Star Wars, that's a big one. So the progress of studying for this, I actually, I might as well just say this is actually my IA for history. But I was still at St. Ace. I was still there, and yeah, that's a really sweet. So during junior year, I outlined the whole entire thing. I talked with Miss Pearson about it. She helped me out a lot because I had a lot of stuff going around, and she helped me like focus through it. I did a ton of research over the summer at St. Anselm's College, which is great. Surprisingly, though, you don't watch too many films. It's a lot of reading. But I also conducted my own research and looked at views of other critics and stuff, and just tried to evaluate what was going on, how I could apply this to my extended essay. And yeah, I just wrote as much as possible. And some of the hurdles that I came across, yes, was managing time, of course. That's always a big issue because like you want to add so much, but you can't really, and you got to keep the content focused, right? Research put in and out. Changing the focus of my topic again, I had to like narrow it down. And finally, procrastination, which is surprising because I'm a workaholic and I like to get my stuff done, but I don't know, I wanted to make it the best essay possible, the best essay I've ever written. So in some ways, I kind of wanted to use as much time as possible, so I kind of procrastinated a little bit. I don't know if there's another term for that. Overachiever. So my research, what did my research look like? It looked basically, from what I got, CGI, in terms like a film medium, should be used as sort of like a tool versus, should be used as a tool to elevate like the director's illusion of storytelling, to assist in storytelling versus like being the whole entire thing in a film. And the value of this is that I can actually one, it's interesting. It's really fun to talk about these movies that are coming out right now, and you can just talk about how the effects have enhanced the world and stuff like that, and how different illusions of the eye help create a better effect. But it also, it's not every day when you get to do something interesting and, write about something interesting in terms of a college level. Usually you would just work on your course, but the fact that I got to do a film extended essay was a great privilege, honestly. And the value of this is that now I can tell people about the science behind this and how this works and whatnot, which I find great. So for my CAST project, I did a blood drive for 2015, and I worked with Connor and Mike Valeri. These guys are awesome. They helped me out a lot. Okay, I'll just keep it over here. So and how it benefited the BHS community and basically Bedford community is that we were able to get 80 patients, more than 80 patients, and that was great. Honestly, it helped a lot of it was a very noble act, and I felt like it made me feel great, that I was able to do something independently on my own with what I knew. Connor and Mike, they were interested in health and going to the medical field. I was very interested in not necessarily that, but management. So I was able to apply those skills of my interest by managing and organizing the whole entire thing. And I felt that doing this, I could, act on my own and be able to help the community out in many ways. And I think that's a very good skill to have, honestly, with practical eye. And how has the IB Diploma helped me out beyond the context of the classroom? It has made me a great thinker. And one of the things that I really love about the program itself is that it doesn't make you just skilled in one thing. It makes you skilled in a lot, a whole branch, a whole hexagon, this infamous hexagon. I wish I'll try. This hexagon, I don't know, I'm bored. Okay, no. Okay, so hexagon, I'm freaking out right now, okay? Okay, so anyways, chill. So the hexagon, it was great. Basically, back then, I was very into math and math and science, right? But with the IB Diploma, I was well versatile in film studies and language and literature, stuff that I don't think I would have been interested in, or sorry, not interested in, but I mean, didn't get the chance to expand on those skills if I didn't take the IB Diploma. And I don't think, I've never met a single person who has regretted taking the IB Diploma, and I personally think it is a great experience, and it has helped me out to go beyond act on my own as an independent learner and use those skills for future classes. So Since I have something special, since everyone has been adding photos to my presentation, I decided to return the favor by adding every single person in the IB Diploma and everyone involved in my presentation. It's going to be hours. So everyone. All right. I just thought I was going crazy, so I just decided to add this. Anyways, so yeah, everyone involved with the IB Diploma. So I'd like to thank my family, all the IB teachers presenting us for the exam, Ms. Pearson again, Ms. Goutham, and Mr. Mazeski. You guys are great. You're awesome. And I'm going to carry it over to you.